Matter is everywhere. Everything is made of matter. These balloons are matter. This salt, sugar, and sand, or is it sand, sugar, are all matter. But how can we tell which one of these balloons is filled with helium or which pile is actually sand? Let's find out together in this episode all about the physical properties of matter. A property of matter is simply a characteristic that we can use to describe it, like how it behaves, looks, or feels. Physical properties of matter are characteristics of matter that can be tested, measured, or observed. For example, these three spheres have different physical properties. They are different colors, different sizes, and have different textures. This one is very malleable, and this one is only slightly malleable, and this one isn't malleable at all, well, without a lot of pressure. Some common physical properties used to differentiate and categorize matter are color, size, malleability, density, magnetism, physical state, conductivity, and solubility. Color and size differences are pretty obvious, and you can observe those properties without any investigation. These other properties are a bit more involved, so we are going to do a brief overview. If you want to dive more into any of these properties, you can just click on the suggested episode that'll pop up here from time to time. If an object is malleable, you can bend it or change its shape, like this clay or this stuffed animal. Squish, squish. These soda cans are made of aluminum, which is a metal, but it's very malleable. So we can crush and change the shape of these soda cans pretty easily, like this. Crush. Wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be. I did kind of feel like the Hulk though. Density is how heavy an object is for its size. We measure density by dividing mass by volume. Relative density is something that's easier to observe quickly. Simply put, relative density is whether an object sinks or floats. Matter can be described as less dense or more dense than the water or air it's in. These two balloons are filled with gas. One is filled with air from my very own personal lungs, and the other is filled with helium from my very own personal helium tank. The balloon filled with air from my lungs will be more dense than the surrounding air due to the added mass of the balloon itself and the amount of carbon dioxide I'm exhaling into the balloon. But the balloon filled with helium will be less dense than the surrounding air, so it will float. Do you want to take a guess which is which? How am I gonna get that down? Magnetism is a physical property of matter that describes if matter is attracted to a magnet, like this one. Magnetism is the force that is exerted by magnets when they attract or repel each other. Magnetism is caused by the motion of electric charges. Magnetic objects have electrons that behave differently than other objects, making the atoms inside of the object attracted to the magnet. To become magnetized, the object must enter into the magnetic field of a magnet. The magnetic field is the area around the magnet that has magnetic force. Let's quickly test these objects to see if any of them contain matter that is magnetic. Matter can be described as magnetic or non-magnetic. If you're still here liking this video, let us know, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Another way to categorize matter is its physical state. Physical state refers to if the matter is solid, liquid, or a gas. This is pretty easy to determine through observation. Solids are firm and stable in shape, like this lemon. Liquids flow and have definite volume, but not definite shape. They take the shape of their container, like this beaker filled with water. Gases flow like liquids, but do not have definite volume. They will expand to fill their entire container, like filling this balloon with helium. Not again. Although the state of matter can change. The melting point of matter is at what temperature it will melt or become liquid, and the boiling point is at what temperature it will vaporize or become a gas. The conductivity of an object is the measure of how easily electricity or heat passes through it. Thermal conductivity refers to whether matter allows heat to move through easily. An object is either a good thermal conductor or a good thermal insulator. Iron lets heat move through easily. This cast iron pan allows heat to move through it to the food you're cooking. It is a good thermal conductor. In contrast, wool does not allow heat to move through easily. These sheep stay nice and warm with their wool coats because their body heat is being trapped and kept from escaping to the surrounding cold air. So wool is a good thermal insulator. Copper allows electricity to move through easily. That's why we use copper to make electrical wiring. It is a good electrical conductor. If we look at the outside of this wire, you will notice the rubber coating. Rubber does not allow electricity to flow through it easily, so it's there to protect us from the electrical current. Rubber is a good electrical insulator. Solubility is how easily a substance can dissolve. When categorizing, we say that matter is either soluble or insoluble. Back to our mystery substances from the beginning. I know one of them is salt, one is sugar, and one is sand. And other than tasting them, which is a huge no-no in science, because you want to live and continue to investigate for many years, we need to find another way to determine which one is sand. Let's test the solubility of each substance. We can do this by simply adding them to water. Substance A is dissolving in the water. It's becoming a new solution. Substance B is also dissolving. Substance C is just settling to the bottom. No matter how much I stir, it's still separate. Substance C must be the sand. If you've ever been to the beach, then you will have noticed that the ground is covered in sand. Sand is on the shore, and if you were to swim to the bottom of the ocean, sand would be there too, because sand is insoluble. I have an assortment of items here and a mystery item to discover. Let's open this envelope and start eliminating items based on their properties. First up, our mystery item is a solid. So which of these items here on the table and in my hand are not solids? Our dish soap isn't a solid, it's a liquid. It doesn't have a definite shape, but it does have a definite volume. The only other thing would be the helium inside of this balloon. And the best way to get rid of this item is just simply to let it go. I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup. Next up, our mystery item is insoluble, meaning it will not dissolve in water. Looking at all of our potential mystery items here on the table, the only thing that might dissolve in water could possibly be our baking soda. So let's try it out. The baking soda dissolved inside of our water, so that is not our mystery item. Next up, our mystery item is non-magnetic. So the best way to test that is with a magnet. A non-magnetic item will not be attracted to this magnet. We have identified an item that we can remove from the list, the metal screw. Next up, our mystery item is malleable. Remember, that means that we can squish it, bend it, change its shape slightly. So our stuffed animal is malleable. Our stress ball definitely is malleable. We already know that our soda can is malleable from being squished earlier. This feather can bend and move, so this is malleable. Let's see if our pasta noodles are malleable. That was more dramatic than I thought it would be. The only item left to test is the penny. It is made of copper. I don't think that I could bend it with my bare hands, but we might be able to bend it with a little help from some tools. Let's give this a try. It bent, so it's malleable. Next up says our mystery item is a good electrical conductor. So we are going to test and see which item can complete this circuit. We will know if one of our items is completing the circuit when the light bulb lights up like this. Let's get to testing. Only 2 of our items completed the circuit, our soda can and penny. Last but not least, our mystery item is more dense than water. That means that our mystery item will sink. Our mystery item is the penny. So the next time you're trying to describe some matter, be sure to use some of the properties you learned today. And if you want to learn more science, you can check out this video next. So the next time, guys, for real, did they almost get you? That hawk almost got you guys. Chill out. Bruh.